This is the American Expat, and we're live out here on these streets. There's a lot of construction going on where I'm at right now. So, on this side of the street anyway, there's not a whole lot to see. But just the same, I think we can talk about this infamous nature of social media when it comes to putting anything on the internet in China. It's kind of a risk. So to get started, also, if you haven't, I put out a video from Chengdu, and it kind of jogged my wife's memory anyway. Evening, yes, welcome, none of you texts on the back 20. So there was this couple, which seemingly innocent couple, out in Chengdu, and a photographer approached them and asked, if he could take their photo. And they agreed, so he took some photos. I've seen them. If you saw the thumbnail, you saw kind of a mocking version of the photo that was taken. Anyway, they agreed, so the photographer took their pictures, posted his photos on the Chinese social media, and well, it went viral for some reason. And it even started a trend where people were buying the clothes that they were wearing, the bag. Not the exact ones, because I think the dress was like $10,000 US, but versions of it. Anyway, it started this whole trend. It was all over the news, but some journalists decided to look into it to see who these people actually were. The guy was pretty easy. Apparently he was the CEO of a big company here. The lady, on the other hand, well, they did some digging, and I guess they determined that she was his mistress. And, well, the results of that investigation were that they lost their job. And probably her, the guy, whatever the relationship was. But I thought that was interesting. You might not have been looking for it, but somebody comes along, takes your picture, posts it on the internet, and the next thing you know, you're infamous. This seems to be accelerated here in China. There's some kind of, well, I guess it's the number of people. So anything that gets posted on the internet, well, it's going to go all over the place. In fact, my mother-in-law, she has more followers on Douyin than I do on YouTube. Believe it or not. Absolutely crazy to me. Yeah, she doesn't even try. I can't even get anybody. Hey, Mike Malone, welcome. Glad to see you here on these crazy streets. Check this out. I don't know who designed this sidewalk, but I mean, how are you supposed to navigate this? I guess kind of stepping to the side here. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know how long the battery is going to last on there. I see Peter Ettinger, welcome. Glad to see you. Oh, this opened up. I guess there's a metro station here. So you can see there's still construction going on here in China all over the place. No, how do I get, oh no. There it goes. Mutant Riff, welcome. Yeah, I have to wonder sometimes, it kind of makes me think of back when the whole situation with the lockdown was going on and I was being taken to be tested. I posted something on Twitter and it got back to the Chinese authorities. Maybe that's how. It's just, you really better be careful what you post here in China. Not because, the law is going to get you, but because, there's so many people, it's bound to spread like crazy until somebody sees it that you don't want to see it. Whatever it happens to be. Like in the case of those two people, I guess it gets back to family and friends, people that recognize you, and the next thing you know, you're infamous and out of the job. So, lots of fun. I'm going to have to go back here in a minute. I've parked the car in a place that I'm not entirely sure that I can. I mean, everybody else is parked there, but that's never a good excuse, I could find myself in big trouble. I've had the car towed here in China before, not in this city, but it's not a fun experience, especially when you don't speak the language very well. It can be very difficult to locate where exactly the car is. So I don't want to go down that path. But I guess we can go up here across the street and then double back to where the car's located. Yeah, probably not there now. I hope not. I hope it is. That would be really, yeah, that'd be my luck. go back and the car is gone. I was kind of keeping it in sight there for a little while, but you know, things can change pretty quick when you're not keeping your eye on it. By the way, for those of you who are coming into this new, I'm in Kunming, the spring city. It's the middle of summer, but well, there's people with jackets on here because the weather is absolutely fantastic all the time. All the time. I mean, especially coming out of Chengdu. If you saw that video I put out, that place, I don't know how anybody, I guess, I don't know, they eat all that spicy food to kind of disguise the fact that they're melting from the weather, something like that. Incredibly hot and humid. Of all the places for pandas to choose to live, I mean, creatures covered with fur, I don't know how, maybe in the winter it gets cold in Chengdu, I don't know. But that's where they've got the Panda Research Center. That's where the pandas are from, I guess. Yeah. Maybe they can be, no, pandas will never be infamous. They're always beloved of the people here. Panda this and panda that. I see cars painted to look like pandas, little electric cars, which they happen to have all over the place. If you see any cars with a green license plate, those are electric cars. There's a lot of them. I've found lately that if I try to take a taxi, it's almost guaranteed to be an electric car, not gas-powered. Yeah, I'm looking at the taxis right now. I think you can see some over here. All electric. Lots of people buying electric cars. I don't know too much. I've heard that the BYD cars are pretty nice. I still feel like maybe I'd go for the Tesla if I was going to buy an electric car. But you never know. Boy, there is nowhere to cross the street. I mean, it's going on and on. I think I would have had better luck getting into one of these subway entrances and just, oh, there's construction over there. The exit on that side is behind a wall. So that's not going to help. Well, okay, there's a bridge up ahead that I can take over the road if I don't get killed first, run over by a scooter. We'll see what happens. I think I'll be able to get across over there. You know, I may have been over here the other day. I'll have to see if this is what I think it is. Somehow I've managed to make it back to... I've been doing some filming out here in the city center, and I may have actually been over here and found it by accident. I mean, we took my my mother-in-law to an appointment today. That's why I'm out here right now with the car instead of taking the subway or something like that. Driving here is not fun. I mean, it took me 15 minutes to go 2 kilometers just a little bit ago, and that's not necessarily heavy traffic, just traffic. Too many cars. Too many cars. I mean, they follow the rules. They've got all kinds of cameras to give people tickets if they violate the rules, so people don't, but there's just so many cars on the road. Best bet is just to take the subway or something. I don't know about the bus. I mean, that has to go through traffic as well, so probably not helpful. Now, let's see if we can get across this. So much traffic. If I'm where I think I am, I might go have a look. Show you guys some stuff. Nah, I don't think I'm where I think I am. There's just, everything looks so similar. I mean, there's big buildings everywhere. That's all I can say. It all looks about the same. Then again, I guess when I get up on this this walkway over the road, I'll probably know a little better. Right now I'm just under these who knows what they are, skyscraper things. Oh, if the camera will... There we go. Come on. Yeah, nope. Yeah, big buildings. Anyway, let's see if we can get this thing back to the way it's supposed to be. It might be a little bit easier to see them once we get up on this walkway. Then I can actually figure out where in the city I am. Boy, I hope I didn't just get myself lost. I gotta remember, it's the road with the obstruction on the sidewalk. That's how I can figure out where I'm at. Oh, I think I'm going to go up. A little too hard to traverse that. Scooters everywhere. Even though this path just kind of takes me down to the same place. See what happens with this. Shops and stuff everywhere. Both sides of the road. This place is a busy place. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I am where I think I am. See, I've gotten lost on our mountain a time or two. I'm in Kunming, if you're wondering, in Yunnan province. These cities are big. Hit out for a couple days and overnight. Yeah, my cousin once got lost in the mountains. Well, they didn't get lost. They just decided to stay and had no way of communicating with anybody. So everybody thought that, they thought they were lost and went out looking for them. And got a cell phone call from them when they got to their car. Like, hey, we're fine. Like, oh, thank goodness it's not going to be one of those stories, you hear in the news. Yeah, we're definitely not in Kansas anymore. I don't know, does Kansas, Kansas City, that's the big parts in Missouri. I was going to say, do they have Chinatown? It probably wouldn't look like this. Ooh. Yeah, now we've got students coming. Pretty crazy. Oh, they're curious about what I've got. Hello. Now, let's see. I wonder if I can turn this camera. Are you ever coming back to... Yes, of course. Of course I'm coming back to America. It's my home. I'm tied to the place. I'm tied to so many places, though. Asia, Europe, North America. How many people in that city? Don't know how to spell it. Or I'd love. Let me see what I can do with this chat. And I might actually be able to... Nope, it doesn't let me. It's, I can tell you. It's pretty simple to spell. Kunming. Kunming. And I'm not sure how many people. Probably north of 10 million, at least. Let's see if we can... What is this? No, that... Somehow I ought to be able to switch the camera. Here we go. Ooh. Now you can see the street. This is what I'm walking over. Fun stuff. You can see some of the traffic building up. It's not too bad. On the other side, we've got these buildings I was talking about. Not sure how occupied they are. The wind has kind of been blowing my hair here, I see. It's all fixed up for this. Now it's a mess. Hopefully it's not affecting the sound. I'm hoping you guys can actually hear me what I'm saying here. Here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a big city. It's, as far as area, I would say, and of course population compared to most American cities, it's probably bigger than most. I mean, gosh, I think of like Pittsburgh or somewhere like that. You think of as a big city. They've got maybe, how much is that? No, maybe 500,000 people in Pittsburgh. Probably less than that now. That's probably old data. Yeah, these places are big. They're ridiculously big. But, China has a very large population, so it makes sense. Versus the United States, which also has a pretty sizable population, just not as big as here. Now, I have heard that they think the population has dropped below 1 million, by some people's estimates. Say 22 times the size of Pittsburgh. The downtown Pittsburgh, which I think is one of the most beautiful skylines there is, could probably fit in this small area that I'm walking around in right now. These cities stretch on and on. Is it true 25% employment in China? Yeah, well, I think it depends on the demographic you're talking about. I have heard, I can't confirm necessarily, but I think there are official numbers coming out of the government talking about unemployment numbers among young people that are that high, which is not something you want to see. I mean, everybody is being heavily affected by what's happening here with, I guess, the world economy kind of shutting down for so long. Hopefully, I'm sure a lot of them are hoping that things are going to start back up. It all depends, you know, upon agreements between the two governments, which way things are going to go. It sounds like it might go in the right. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm fine. I guess that's. I'm doing all right. Let's see. Southern Boy Prepper. Hey, glad to see you here. Welcome to Kunming. It's a bunch of Virginians. Yeah, the capital city of West Virginia was at before. Well, you know, 40. I think it's like 44,000. Yeah, I probably when you tell people here the population numbers, they don't believe you. Like my hometown, for example, where I'm originally from. I mean, the area. Well, we can get into all of that. It's in Northern Virginia, but anyway, you know, 250 people. They can't even believe that. There's more people in the building across the street from me than my hometown. They could all fit there, probably on a couple of floors. Just very, very different. Very big contrast when you compare the two. So it's kind of, in a way, it's nice to be in some of these big cities. I've always liked being in the big city, just because, you know, you can kind of, in a way, disappear when you get into a big city. You can become sort of anonymous because you're just, you know, one person in a massive, massive crowd. Of course, here it's a little bit different. See, I like being out of the cities better, but I lived in a small my whole life. Yeah, that too. Sometimes I get tired of being in the city and I want to go out of the city. I grew up out of the city, obviously. But, yeah, here it doesn't matter anyway because, well, I mean, like I said, I look different than most of the people here, so I don't blend in. I don't become anonymous in these cities. I stand out like a sore thumb. Which, for the most part in the big city, that's not a big curiosity. In other places, it can be, which can get a little bit strange. But here, I guess they see enough foreigners that they aren't so shocked by it, I guess you could say. You know, I wonder if I'm going to be able to cross the street when I get up here. I don't even know if I'm actually going to be able to cross back over there. Hopefully the car is still there. Boy, wouldn't that make for a great ending of the video? I can find that the car is gone. Like, hey guys, I gotta go. My car is gone. Hopefully we see you in the next one. I'm not ending it here, by the way. Yeah, walking. Let me guess. It looks like I'm limping here. For some reason, when you use these devices, it always looks like I'm limping. It's supposed to stop that, but you know. See, my community has 10 people. Lone Valley, hey, that's not bad. At least you know everybody. So that's a good thing, I would say. In West, well, that's a good place to be. I wish that more people knew how beautiful of a place it is. I mean, they all know the song. Even, you know, you'll find people that know the song. Like, oh yeah, West Virginia. That's the... And you try and tell them, like, well, that's a real place. Did you know that? And they're shocked to discover that it's an actual place. It's like, hey, you might think of visiting. Beautiful place to go. I wonder, I have to wonder what people think of it, you know, coming from these big cities and then going to a place like that. And I try to tell most of the United States is wilderness. Let's say I lived there for 5 years. Yeah. In Kunming? Or where? I'm not sure. Jose, yeah, there's a lot of places that big and small here in China. There's a crosswalk. Good, I can actually get over there. Jar Bridge, Nevada has 18 people. It's like 100. Wow, Yeah, I know there's a few of those places. It, drink some of this coffee here or something. Or maybe that's what caused the problem. Yeah, I went into the convenience store before starting. I got this sort of, oh, there it is, sort of coffee. It's like you got the powdered stuff. It's the eastern part of the state to Washington. Yeah. Well, I guess you could. I was kind of in the suburbs of, sort of. It's a bit of a drive, but a lot of the people that lived where I lived worked for the government and worked in D.C. They'd make the commute, or they were hired from D.C., wanted to get away from the city. D.C. is a strange place for those of you who have never been there. You always see the images, the monuments and stuff, but the city itself, well, it can get kind of interesting. You don't ever want to get off the beaten. Oh, I think I'll be able to cross soon. This is kind of crazy. There's a lot of through here, as you can see, and I'm afraid that even when it says I can cross, they're going to continue to keep coming. The scooters definitely. We'll see. I think it's about to. No, I think I've got a long way. Yeah, away. Well, hopefully the car is still there. Let's see. With 10 million at least, you can find a lady. With 10 to 18, odds are not good. But bring her with you. Oh, if you're having it, you can always find some. Well, maybe not. With the way the population is out here now, I don't know. I always thought, hey, you can find a lady in different parts of the world, but it seems to be a little bit hard these days. I'm glad that I got one. Otherwise, I might be in trouble. I mean, with this face, you might be able to find somebody, if at all. Luckily, I looked a little bit better, back in the day. Now, now I look like this. You can see how I look. Man, I better fix myself up, or I might find myself again anyway. I gotta keep the one I've got. If this light ever changes. Oh, no, gotta wait for the other side. They've got the arrow now. I will get there eventually. Just waiting and waiting for this thing to change. I wonder what they're going to put in that. It's probably going to be another one of these malls. They've got so many shopping malls here. There we go. Almost got ran over already. Let's see. Is every Asian have a clean shaven face? I grew my beard back. My mother-in-law had wanted me to shave it, and everybody kept commenting, shave that off. Well, I grew it back because I'm proud of being able to do this, where other people in the area are not necessarily able to do that. They are typically clean shaven. You'll see sometimes they'll try and grow a mustache or something. Some people, they can grow a full beard or mustache, but for the most part, they don't. You know what? This is the street that I was on, isn't it? I need to cross the street to get to the car. I should have crossed when it was, oh man. Let's see, grow you a Fu Manchu. Yeah, I should, yeah, like a panda. Yeah. Well, you can see that people are shaped a little bit differently than I am here. They tend to be a little bit more on the thin side and fit-like, whereas me, I'm me. I have gone the opposite direction over the years. I used to be in much better shape back in the day, but then, I went back to America, and the rest is history. Let's see if we can get across without getting killed. There's already a million scooters coming along. We'll make it across, I'm sure. That would be terrible to get run over by a scooter live. That'd be a mess. I definitely don't want to. And I could be one of those infamous people on social media here. You always see the stuff where people get hit and such. I don't want to be one of those people. That would be terrible. Those scooters look small, but they've got a lot of weight to them. They'll push you flat. Well, they'll break some bones anyway. Oh, let's see if we can get through this mess. I've got to be careful. I noticed there's a lot of military office space. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But they don't like you filming any of that, so I don't want to film it by accident. Yeah, I identify as skinny. I wish that worked. You know, you can identify as, well, yeah, I gotta be careful what I say on YouTube. But I don't think that it would trick my wife if I told her that I identify as skinny. I don't think she would go for it. She'd say, well, I don't care how you identify yourself, but this is how I'm identifying. Fat and in need of exercise. And hey, I'm getting exercise right now, right? Oh, there's all these little shops here. Oh, hey, a real estate shop. Look at that. Get yourself a Chinese home in Kunming and enjoy eternal spring. I've heard a lot of people say they come here in the winter and are grateful for the warm weather, and then they come in the summer and they're grateful for the cooler weather. It's just always nice. Anyway, I am nearly back to the car. Nearly there. So I better shut this down. I've got some friends out here in law enforcement that I don't want to bother. So we'll, well, actually, maybe they're just trying to, I'm not going to bother them anyway. I'm not doing anything. We'll walk past them. I won't report them on this side. I think they're giving, tickets. Might mean that, let's hope the car is okay. That a ticket isn't as bad. You know, a non-moving violation, just pay it off. I mean, it's not fun to have to pay the money, but much better than having the car towed. Or finding a boot on the car. I've seen that here too. Actually, I saw somebody tear up their car with one of those. I don't know how they didn't notice it was on the driver's side. Yeah, they just went anyway. And, well, expensive. Far more expensive than paying to have the boot removed. I don't know if that's what they thought they were going to do. Just like, well, I'll just drive and rip it off. And, well, it didn't go that way. Who knows? Either way, it destroyed their car. I don't know how much... maybe they found a way to repair it. It looked like quite a mess. Oh, now I'm at some kind of medical facility here. Oh, and we've got the bikes. Got all the bikes here, the rental bikes. They have got that in America, don't they? Do they have the rental scooters in America where you can go up? Yeah, probably that too. All the e-bike stuff. I remember China, the streets were absolutely clogged with those rental bikes, and when I was here before, they ended up taking a bunch of them and throw them in the dump. These huge piles of them. At least that's what I saw on the internet. I sort of believe it's true because I don't see them as much now. At least I can walk down the sidewalk without tripping over them or trying to squeeze between them. So that's an improvement. So if you rental bikes in Sacramento, let's see, the chat's going off. I got to see what we've got going here. Let's see. Oh, identify as a church. So you don't have to be, you got to be careful about that in here. I don't know if I want to identify as a church here. I'd find myself in trouble. Let's see. Haven't seen a Chinese buffet yet. You know, when I was walking up the street, I saw they have a buffet over there. So I was surprised to see that. Let's see. C6. There is no boot. A torch can't remove. Yeah, if they had thought a little bit more about what they were doing, they probably would have gone that route or something similar. But, well, they just decided to drive away. The car is safe. Safe and sound. That's good. I don't even see a ticket on it. Of course, a lot of the tickets are electronic here. But, we can step out of this noisy city and into the quiet of the car. Ooh. Hopefully without getting the door ripped off. Man. Oh, well, that was a good walk. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little live stream. I'm going to go ahead and end it there because, well, I'm safely back in the car. And I don't think that sitting inside the car is probably all that interesting. So we'll end it there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, if it'll work.